guys, it's Mina. Sorry about that, my voice is a little bit scratchy. I'm not sick or anything, it was just scratchy for a second. Anyway, today in this video I'm going to do my top 10 childhood films. These are films that I watched quite a lot when I was a kid, and I loved them so much, and they were just like my favorites because they always like made me happy, and they were fun, and a lot of them I pretty much overplayed as a kid. And I'm gonna get started. So I do have a movie review up for 2 of them, and I will say which ones they are when I get to them, and I will link the reviews down below if you guys are interested. I'm gonna get started. So number 1 on my list is The Fox and the Hound, and I know, and a lot of you guys are probably thinking, why do you have The Fox and the Hound on your list? It's a sad movie. Okay, so I know this is kind of weird, but I don't know why I loved it so much as a kid, because it had a dog and a fox and a good story of friendship. And I can't, to be honest, I cannot remember why I even liked that movie as a kid, but I still like it today. I don't know why I watched it. I watched it probably like so much when I was like 5. It was one of my all-time favorites because it just cheered me up so much as a kid. And it just had some cute animals in it, and for those who don't know, I'm such a sucker for things that have cute little fuzzy animals in them. Number 2 on my list would have to be My Neighbor Totoro. Sorry. So My Neighbor Totoro is a Japanese. I don't know if a lot of you guys know what My Neighbor Totoro is, and I think some of you guys might know, but I'm gonna say what it is anyway. So My Neighbor Totoro is like it's like a Japanese anime film. It's got 2 little girls, and they form a friendship with these spirits. One is kind of like a big giant raccoon spirit, and he's got like some friends with them. And there's also like a cat bus in there. I don't know why I love that so much as a kid, because the reason why I loved it so much as a kid because it had 2 sisters bonding. It was really cute. Me and my sister would watch that movie so much when we were little. And it had like some fuzzy cute little spirits in it, and like dust bunnies. It's just really cute. A good sister bonding film. Number 3 on my list would have to be Charlotte's Web. And Charlotte's Web I really liked a lot as a kid because it had a bunch of farm animals. They were singing, and it was so cute. I loved all the singing farm animals. Especially Wilbur. He cracked me up a lot. Number 4 on my list is one that practically all of my 2 siblings and I watched. So, which is The Lion King. So, I watched The Lion King, my brother and I watched The Lion King, and my sister watched The Lion King. I don't remember, wait a minute, I don't think my brother watched The Lion King when he was little, I don't remember. So, Lion King was like a popular film throughout my childhood. This was one I watched like so much as a kid, because the lions and the singing, it has a lot of singing in it, and it's just one of my favorites, and along with my sister too. She really likes it, especially Hakuna Matata. That was a fun song. Number 5 on my list would be The Mask. And you're probably thinking, The Mask is PG-13. Why do you have it as a childhood film? Well, I watched it a couple times as a kid with my mom's supervision, because we had it on a copy tape. I think the copy tape is downstairs somewhere in the basement. I don't remember. And we have it on VHS downstairs as well. Well, and my mom would let me watch that with her supervision, and I really like that movie so much because it's funny, it's goofy, it's got some toony parts in it, like Who Framed Roger Rabbit. And it's just really a goofy movie. I really like it. Especially Jim Carrey and Cameron Diaz. Cameron Diaz was pretty in that movie. And to be honest, when I first saw that movie, I actually had no idea she was in it till my mom told me. Well, not when I first saw it, but when I saw it like a couple years after I watched it when I was a kid. Number 6 on my list is Beauty and the Beast. Now, Beauty and the Beast is one of my all-time favorite films. It makes me smile a lot. It's really got a great story, and I love all the songs in that movie. It's just a great film for kids because it's got a lot of singing, dancing, and it shows a girl looking inside a beast and finding who he really is. And I love those stories of those characters who try to find out who people really are instead of like seeing their outside. It's a great lesson for all of us. And we all could learn a thing or two from that movie, right? And by the way, I do have a review up for Beauty and the Beast, and if you want to see it, it'll be linked down below. Number 7 on my list is the Aristocats. Now, when I was little and I used to go to my dad's house every other weekend, I used to watch this movie like 10 billion times as a kid. It was one of my favorites. The Aristocats always made me smile. I still love it today. And I do have a review up for it. I actually reviewed it on my birthday because it was one of my favorites from of my childhood as a kid. It just like, it's cute. It's got cats in it and got like, lots of fuzzy animals. I just love it so much. It's one of my favorites. Number 8 on my list is Oliver and Company. Now, Oliver and Company was one I watched a lot as a kid as well. Well, because it got dogs, it's got all the characters from the original story of Oliver Twist, sorry. And it goes like by a story, but except it takes place in like a different time period, like I think in the 80s in New York, I don't know. And no, I really don't know. And Oliver Twist takes place sometime in the 30s maybe, I don't know. And then our main character Oliver is a kitten instead of a boy, and Fagin is a homeless guy, even though Fagin is a homeless guy like he is in the original story. And the Dodger is a dog instead of a person. And they have other characters, and Sykes is like the main villain too. And he's like a wealthy moneylender in the modern day instead of like in the time period that Oliver Twist takes place in. Number 9 on my list is Cinderella. Now, Cinderella is another one of my favorites because I just loved the songs as a kid, and it just always made me smile. And when I was little, I used to watch Cinderella at my dad's house all the time. It was one of my all-time favorites. I actually probably drove him nuts with that movie as a kid as well. Well, because it just has the cute little mice and Cinderella following her dream, and I love how she never loses faith. And I love those characters that keep going and never lose faith. Number 10 on my list would have to be Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Now, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs is one of my favorite as a kid because it's got all the woodland animals, and she talks to them, and she sings things. Sorry, I got a Facebook message on my iPad. And imagine she sings, and it's got animals, and she's wandering through the forest, and she makes friends with like the dwarves and the animals. It's just one of my favorite movies. And this is kind of embarrassing, but when I was little, I actually used to try to talk like Snow White in a squeaky high voice, which was really embarrassing, and it really annoyed my mom and dad. Okay, so those are my top 10 childhood films. I hope you guys liked this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in another video soon. Bye!